Yo, what's going on, guys? Your boy Max, and I've been seeing a lot of operator tier lists on YouTube, so I figured I'd do it from the average Joe's perspective. You know, a lot of guys like Enders and those guys will do tier lists, and they're 5.0 KDs and shit like that. I'm 2.5, so I like to believe I understand the struggle of the everyday man, and so this tier list is for that. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into it. All right, so kicking these off, we got Sundance, who is a very good operator. She's situational. You have to kind of cater to that play style, and a lot of times you're not in a situation to use the wingsuit, and she just becomes meh. Like, she's just meh, and that really her only real thing is the wingsuit, which really it helps you kill people, it'll get you behind people, but more times than not, you're gonna be alone when you're behind them, and you're probably gonna die using her. Again, this is not coming from an Enders or like one of these top tier. I have a 2.5 KD, so I'm above average, but I'm not some elite player. So for the most part, unless you're just some god, you're going to be by yourself when you use that wingsuit a lot, and you're going to be behind people, and eventually you're going to die. So for me, I think that she's a very good specialist for what she's good for, but I don't think she's good in enough situations to put her in A or S tier. So for that reason, I have her in B tier. All right, so next up we have Dozier, who is an interesting character. I don't use him. I will never use him. I'm not an advocate for Dozier. I don't like him. But he is very damn good. He's annoying too. Like, I'm not going to, like, I feel like when people make these lists, they go off, oh, I'm not going to use him, so he's low. No, he is good, though. Like, if you're serious about that play style, which is just boots on ground, getting up, breaching, getting in people's face, he is very good, and he's very annoying to deal with, especially if you have teammates with you. Very irritating to deal with. So he is an A tier character, whether people want to admit it or not. Again, I don't use him. You shouldn't use him because you're weird if you do. But he is a very good character, so I'll give him an A tier. All right, next up we have MACKAY, Battlefield's Batman, the grapple hook god. I think MACKAY's elite. I think he's S tier. It's no surprise. Most lists have him S tier. A lot of people have him the best. I don't think he's the best, but I do think that he offers something that nobody else does, and he's good in every situation. The grapple hook can get you anywhere you can shoot it at. You can zip line anywhere. His nimble trait, his maneuverability, the fact that he zip lines faster than other people. He can strafe in gunfights, even though they nerfed him and buffed everybody else. I still feel like he's that puts him in a bracket of his own. So I think that he's easily the one with the smallest learning curve. Although the grapple hook, there is a skill gap to it. I think that he has the easiest learning curve, and if you're just getting on the game, you should probably use him. All right, so next up we have the exterminator of Battlefield, ZAIN, who I actually think is the best in the game. I think he's S plus tier. Between the perseverance trait, which obviously is not as good as a med pen, obviously. I seen someone say that in their review. Obviously, it's not as good as a med pen. But if a med pen is S tier, that perseverance trait is A tier, which is you get health on kill. And so your health accelerates, you heal faster. And you really are like Wolverine out there. Like, that thing has gotten me out of so many situations where I can save my med pen. I can get cluster kills. Me and a guy will be in a gunfight. He'll hit me. I'll kill him. He has a teammate coming. I'm full health by the time the teammate gets there. I kill. You just get out of so many situations with that. And then the burst rifle, it just takes it over the top. MACKAY can grapple hook to anything. I can shoot anything behind cover with ZAIN. MACKAY, you will die wherever you grapple hooked. Anybody else, you will exterminate them. So if you give him a shot, I'm telling you, he is the best in the game by a wide margin. S plus tier. All right, so next up is Boris, Beefcake Boris. I know people shit on Boris now, like they patched him or they nerfed him and made his turret. He's okay. Like, he's all right. I played against some Borises who were really good, and I B tier him. And I played against some who were, but like, it's just functionality wise, the turret is okay. It's annoying more than anything. He really doesn't. I just don't think that he has enough to warrant anything but a C tier. Because his whole entire existence is to cater to that sentry that is only okay. So I think he needs to be buffed. I think that sentry should be... Because if the sentry was better, then he would easily be B, maybe low A tier. But he's just... there's nothing really to Boris. So for that reason, sorry, Beefcake B. I got to go C tier. It is what it is. All right, next up we have Liz, a.k.a. Big Body Lizzo, a.k.a. Lizzie McGuire. I think Liz is great. I think that she's a specialist where you have to cater to her playstyle, which I generally don't like to rank those people high. I like to put people high who are A tier, S tier. I like those people to be good in most situations. She's not great against infantry. She's average C tier against infantry, but against helicopters, which is what you should use her for. Not really tanks, maybe anti-tank mines, but she's great against helicopters. And then the fact that she has the armor hunter, which when you have the rocket out, it lets you know which vehicles are damaged. Elite. People say there's like a skill gap to her rocket. There really isn't. Aim, fire, accelerate. It's really easy to use. So A tier. I like Liz. I like Liz a lot. All right, so we have Crawford. Here's my thing with Crawford. Is Crawford good? Maybe. Is he like a super duper situational guy? Probably. Do I like him? Absolutely. Like, I think that he is good when he's good and like horrible when he's horrible, which is, again, I don't like to rank those guys high. I do put him in B tier. I think that Vulcan is good, but the one thing I will say, like the critical repair, like that's cool. Like if you're running with someone who likes to use vehicles and that he's great, the best repairman in the game, but the Vulcan is good. It could be better. You have to come to terms with the fact that you're going to die on it. Like, you are going to die on that turret. So get as many kills as you can. He's good. He's not great. He's not horrible. It's okay. He's fun. So I'll put him in B tier. Like, functionality, there's nothing really to him besides that Vulcan. But yeah, he's good. B tier. Okay, so disclaimer, I don't use support, but I don't feel like I have to use them to rank them because support is as good as the teammates think they are. And I've had them on my team, and I can just go off who I think supports the best. I think Irish is good. I put him in A tier. They just nerfed his APS, or whatever it's called, his trophy system, which now has a cooldown, which I think is cool for the balance of the game. I guess that's fine. But I will put him in A tier. His fortification system is cool. It's okay. His little berry, it's fine. His cash point, that's pretty lit. Gadget ammo is always nice when you get revived by him. I think that puts him in A tier. I think all in all, as far as support goes, I think he's very good when he's very good. I'll put him in A tier. And I think he plays the role well. So, yeah, definitely A tier. Definitely not the worst in the class. It's going to be short. Angel, like C tier, maybe low B tier. I think he's okay. I think he's the worst in the class. Trauma Specialist is cool with ammo. But in this game, it doesn't really feel like you need ammo a whole lot. Even if you go on these massive streaks, like you could change your ammo type on your own. I don't know. It just feels he's okay. Like, he's all right. Loadout crate, a waste. Like, he's whatever. Like, I have him in C tier, low B tier. One of my friends mains Angel, and I'm just like, bro, use Falk. Like, use Falk, bro. Just use Falk. Then we got Falk, aka Captain Falcon. She is the best. She's S+ tier. I don't use her, but she's the best. She revives faster than everybody else. She has the pistols, which are ridiculous. Like, that little syringe pistol is just ridiculous. Like, she is, bar none, the best support in the game. Like, by far. Even better than Irish. Irish is better in some situations, but just all in all throughout the game, Falks are elite. They are the best of the best. You can go on one-man missions with them. You can go, because her abilities allow her to be offensive. That pistol, she can play offense. That right there is something that the other guys do not have. They're defensive. She is defensive and offensive. Bar none, she's the best. Like, I mean, bravo. Good job, Dice. S+. Next up, we got my guy, CASPER. Watch your 6. My guy, CASPER, he's lit. Like, okay, he's boring as hell to play with. But I'm telling that damn drone, if you have it on your team, you're like, God damn, thank you, CASPER. Just look up at the drone and salute it. Like, he is very good. To me, he's A tier. Again, I'm not advocating his playstyle. I'm not saying you should play with him, but he's definitely A tier. I see a lot of people saying, oh, because a character won't fit their playstyle, they'll put him in like C tier. But if you play with him, though, and you use him, he can turn the tide of a game. He's definitely A tier. And then the movement sensor is also good. A little bit shaky, like, kind of makes you nervous, but the more lines it has, the closer they are. It's good as well, but that drone is really where he makes his money. So A tier. Bravo, CASPER. All right, we got my guy, Rao. There's not enough time in the day to talk about Rao. I think Rao is S+ tier, and it's not because I have him tier 1. I have him tier 1 because he's S+ tier. He single-handedly controls games. The hacking is just so damn elite. The dude, he disables weapons. He scrambles the HUD. He flams whatever he hacks. I can't say enough about this guy. He is so damn. He can single handedly control games. And then people say you shouldn't hack infantry. That's a lie. You should. You spot anybody near them on your mini map, and if you kill the person you hack, you highlight two people through the wall who are near them. He is, and then you could see people through smokes with the hacking. He is just so damn S plus tier, phenomenal. Use him. Okay, so here's the thing with PAIK. Like, I know there used to be a huge meta with PAIK before she was nerfed into oblivion. She's okay. Like, if you're playing on like Stranded or something, use PAIK and Claymores. Like, she's pretty lit, I guess. Like, it's real gimmicky though. Like, you have to like, it's almost like you have to like hesitate when you play with her. Like, you pop it and you gotta like look. She's okay. She's C tier because she's like an extreme specialist. Like, she's not really great in most situations. Like, she's okay, but I don't know. C tier, nothing much here. Don't use PAIK. So BLASCO, she's okay. Like, I don't know. Every time I use BLASCO, like that little ass circle that she scrambles and like the ambush expert is cool, but like there's nothing to her to help her like win in any situation, or there's no reward for winning. I don't know. It just feels like you get up there and you don't trigger shit and you're not on motion sensors, but you're gonna die anyway. Like, she just like her armory doesn't fit her playstyle in my mind. Like the ambush expert, there's nothing that's cool, but it would be better on someone who was better. Like, she in the scrambler, it is great when you're in that little ass circle, but when you're not, it's like, I'm gonna kill you, lady. So I don't know, C tier, maybe low B tier. I play Conquest, but like maybe in